We start with Echa, a woman narrating a strange dream she's having. In it, she's in a bizarre, otherworldly place that feels oddly comforting. She enters a house and meets a strikingly handsome man who gets close to her, and she's totally into it. This guy keeps showing up in her dreams, getting intimate, and it feels so real to her. But here's where it gets freaky. As they're getting close in her dream, we see her clothes unbuttoning in the real world. Yup, something supernatural is at play. Shockingly, we catch a glimpse of a demon getting cozy with her while she's clueless, thinking it's just a dream. At 4 a.m., I'd just woken up by the doorbell. Still buzzing from her vivid dream, she heads downstairs and finds her husband, Ariel, a security guard who's late again because of overtime. Their marriage is on rocky ground. His late nights have been a problem for a while, and things just aren't clicking between them. Aicha asks Ariel to hang up his jacket properly, which he does, but then, bam, the jacket falls to the floor. Turns out, that demon's messing around, trying to stir up trouble between them. Sure enough, Aicha and Ariel get into another heated argument, and in a huff, Ariel skips dinner and storms off to bed. Aicha's left feeling hurt and frustrated. The next morning, Ariel comes down to eat, but Aicha, still upset, grabs her phone and walks away without a word. Their relationship's a mess, and the silence speaks volumes. At work, Aicha's distracted, her mood sour from the fight. Her coworker and close friend, Linda, notices and guesses it's another spat with Ariel. Over lunch, they talk, and we learn Aicha and Ariel have been married for 3 years. They used to be happy. Ariel was romantic, bringing gifts and planning surprises, but now that spark's gone. Linda, being the wise friend we all need, reminds Aicha that life changes after marriage. Responsibilities pile up, but it's on both partners to keep things alive. She points out Aicha's changed too. She doesn't dress up or talk to Ariel like she used to. It's a reality check. Both sides need effort. Their intimacy's pretty much dead, even though they've only been married 3 years. Aicha can't even remember the last time they spent quality time together. Linda suggests she dress up and try to reconnect with Ariel tonight. Meanwhile, Ariel's senior at work gives him similar advice. Make time for Aicha, even if it's just a little. Ariel's been working overtime for their future, but he agrees to come home on time. That night, he's late again, but Aicha's different. She's warm, hangs up his jacket herself, and even has tea ready. Ariel feels appreciated and things start heating up between them. But as they get close, the lights flicker and, yup, that demon's there, joining in on Aicha's side unseen by her. It hasn't let her go. Later, in her sleep, Aicha's back in that dream world, standing on a building. The handsome man, who's really the demon, places the flower on her body and says she'll never leave this place. Terrified, she tries to open a door, but it's locked. She wakes up in a panic, only to find that same flower from her dream on her bed. How'd it get there? She's shaken. The next morning, Ariel's made breakfast and they talk like old times, reminiscing about happier days. Ariel apologizes, promising to fix things and start fresh. Aicha agrees, hopeful for a new beginning. She's running late that day because she's meeting her younger sister, Emma, after work. Ariel drops her off at work on his scooter, and Linda's thrilled to see them looking happy. Aicha's focused at work, but then she spots a flower in a box, identical to the one from her dream. As she reaches for it, the handsome man from her dreams appears, walking toward her. But when she catches his reflection in a nearby mirror, it's not a man, it's the demon. Nausea hits her hard, and she rushes to the bathroom to vomit. We see the demon lurking behind her. Linda follows, worried, but Aicha brushes her off and leaves without explaining. She can't process what's happening, let alone tell anyone. After she's gone, Linda looks in the sink and freaks out. Aicha's vomit is blood, crawling with bugs. That night, Aicha meets Emma at a roadside restaurant. Emma's just broken up with her boyfriend, Dustin, because he's too busy to give her time, leading to constant fights. Aicha, echoing Linda's advice, tells Emma that arguments are normal and she should give Dustin another chance since they've been together for 2 years and care about each other. Both sisters feel emotionally neglected but don't see their own flaws. Aicha shares some wisdom. As you age, sometimes all you have is your partner to talk to, so having the right one means no regrets. Ima gets it, but mentions their parents want to see grandkids soon, which hits Echa hard. She's been trying for a baby, but complications and medications have made it tough, adding to her and Ariel's stress. She texts Ariel to pick up her meds. At his workplace, Ariel suddenly sees Echa, but she's with Ima, so it can't be her. It's the demon, showing him something. He hears Echa's screams and follows them, finding her standing strangely in his workplace building. She looks pregnant, in labor, and a demonic baby crawls out. Ariel's horrified as it creeps toward him, but his senior shows up and everything snaps back to normal. Shaken, Ariel goes home, barely talks to Echa, hands her the meds, and says he booked a masseuse, Mobok Sari, for her tomorrow. Then he crashes, too rattled to talk. The next morning, Mobok Sari massages Echa and tells her to stress less. Her body needs rest. But while massaging her stomach, she drops a bombshell. Echa's 3 months pregnant. Echa's overjoyed, but Ariel's terrified. They were only intimate 2 days ago and not for 6 months before that, so how could she be 3 months along? He doesn't say anything and drops her off at work as usual. At the office, Echa shares the pregnancy news and everyone's thrilled since she's been trying for so long. Linda, though, remembers the bloody vomit with bugs and gets worried. She tries to talk to Echa, but Echa misreads it as jealousy and walks away. Linda knows blood and bugs aren't a good sign. That night, Ariel confides in his senior, feeling like Echa cheated since the pregnancy timeline doesn't add up. His senior urges him to talk to her directly and offers to cover his shift tomorrow so he can spend time with her. Ariel agrees, but in the parking lot, hears a baby crying. He checks the car and sees another demonic baby inside, staring right at him. As viewers, we see the demon cradling that eerie child, hinting that the baby growing inside Echa might belong to this sinister entity. Shaken, Ariel gets home and, fueled by suspicion, checks Echa's phone. He finds messages with her old classmate Denny, who's having his own marital troubles. Ariel's mind races. Could Echa's baby be Denny's? When he confronts her, Echa snaps, insisting the child is his. She demands they visit a doctor the next day for a DNA test to prove it. But here's the twist. Echa knows she hasn't been intimate with Ariel for 6 months, only the past couple of days. So how could she be 3 months along? The next day, they head to the doctor and get shocking news. There's no embryo or fetus in Echa's womb. It's a psychological condition caused by her intense desire to have a child, mimicking pregnancy symptoms like missed periods and swollen belly. But there's no baby. If you've seen From Season 2, this feels familiar. Fatima had similar symptoms, thinking she was pregnant, but her ultrasound showed nothing, only for her to later birth a demonic child. Echa's devastated by the news, and Ariel is stunned. When Echa shares this with Linda, her friend grows worried, remembering the bloody vomit with bugs. Convinced something supernatural is at play, Linda takes Echa to Ustad Zaini, a spiritual healer. The moment Zaini sees Echa, he spots the demon in human form standing behind her. He gets it instantly, but stays calm, inviting her in to talk. Zaini gently explains that Echa isn't pregnant and warns that some entities invade dreams, getting physical with women to sow discord in marriages. Echa's furious. She's convinced her baby's real and her body's proving it. She storms out, and Linda follows her home to calm her down. As Linda leaves, she spots a kitten in the street and moves it to safety to avoid passing cars. But when she returns to her scooter, she feels the kitten's behind her. It's not. She checks behind some boxes and finds the demon, disguised as the kitten. We know some spirits can shapeshift, and this one attacks, killing Linda. Echa sees this exact scene in a nightmare, wakes up in a panic, and rushes outside. A crowd's gathered. Linda's blood-soaked body lies there. The demon killed her because she was getting in its way, especially by taking Echa to Zaini. Echa breaks down, sobbing, as Ariel arrives from work and tries to comfort her. They noticed Echa's belly has swollen dramatically, like she's 7 or 8 months pregnant. Both are terrified, and Echa realizes Zaini was right. She confesses her dreams to Ariel, explaining she hid them to spare him worry. Ariel understands her feelings, and Echa blames herself for Linda's death.
Desperate to be free, she and Ariel, along with her sister Ema, return to Zani. He performs a small exorcism, and the demon, named Dasim, appears, claiming Echa as his wife and warning them to stop. Zani ignores him, chanting with his team to expel Dasim. During the ritual, the demonic child in Echa's womb writhes in pain. As the chanting ends, Echa returns to normal. We learn Dasim preyed on the distance between Echa and Ariel, possessing her through dreams, marrying her in another realm, and getting intimate. Dasim's known for ruining marriages this way. To protect her, Zani gives Echa a Quranic verse to recite daily, a healing method called ruqya, used for specific situations. Back home, Echa and Ariel apologize for their mistakes and vow to start fresh. Things improve. They're happy, spending more time together. For 14 days, each is free from those haunting dreams, her connection to Dasim severed. One day, while dining out, Ariel shares that his company's transferring him to another branch. It boosts his income and opens new opportunities, but he's hesitant because of Echa's ordeal. Since she's been fine, with no nightmares, she encourages him to go, promising daily video calls. The next day, after Ariel leaves, Echa feels uneasy alone. She calls Ema to come over, but Ema's covering someone's shift and can't make it. Echa recites Zani's verse, but something feels off. She falls asleep on the couch watching TV, and it seems Dasim's trying to creep back in with Ariel gone. The next day at work, Echa's surrounded by people acting possessed, telling her, "You're mine," and urging her to stay away from others. Terrified, she spends that night with Ema, beating herself up, wondering what she did to attract this demon. Ema comforts her, and they plan to visit Zani again once Ariel returns. Ariel calls, already on his way home, and warns Ema not to let Echa sleep, remembering Linda's fate when she was with Echa during a similar episode. Ema agrees, keeping Echa awake by talking, revealing she's given Dustin another chance, realizing he's her best match. But Echa dozes off mid-conversation. When Ema tries to wake her, a demonic hand throws Ema off the bed, and an invisible force drags her out of the room. Dasim returns, lying with Echa. When she wakes, she's pregnant again. Don't question the timeline. Demons manipulate time in their realm, where hours here could be months there. In a frenzy, Echa punches her stomach, causing heavy bleeding. She stumbles out of the room, passing Ema unconscious on the floor. Grabbing a hanger, Echa heads to the kitchen, shaping it into a pin to stab herself, trying to destroy the demonic baby. It doesn't work. Ariel arrives, horrified by Echa's state, calls for Ema, who's regained consciousness, and they rush to Zani. Zani ties Echa to a bed and with his team begins praying to expel Dasim. Echa's trapped in her dream realm, fully possessed, seeing only herself. Dasim approaches, and as she runs, he slashes her arm, leaving real marks on her body. In the real world, she's screaming, thrashing in a creepy way, showing what possession looks like. Her soul's trapped in another realm. Despite her bed levitating, Zani and his team keep praying. Dasim appears, trying to scare them, but they don't stop. Ariel leans in, whispering to Echa that she must escape Dasim's realm because he needs her and wants to start over. Echa hears him, tears streaming, as she recalls their wedding. She recites Zani's Quranic verse, weakening Dasim. His dream building crumbles, its gate breaks, and Echa's spirit escapes back to her body. She wakes up normal, with Dasim's attack marks on her arm. Ema and Ariel hug her tightly. The story wraps with a message. When evil thoughts tempt us, we should turn to faith for help, as a higher power watches over us. In a post-credits scene, 6 years later, Echa and Ariel are a happy family with 2 kids living in a new home. Echa asks Ema about her son, Arka, who's playing near the main gate. There, Arka sees the same man from Echa's dreams, Dasim. Ema pulls Arka inside, warning him about strangers. Arka says the man seemed nice, suggesting Dasim's trying to connect with him. This raises questions. Are the kids somehow tied to Dasim? Did his influence linger in Echa, passing something to Arka who can see him? The film is based on a real couple's story, shared on an RJL5 podcast, where a demon named Dasim exploited their marital struggles but was defeated by their love. And that's where The Devil's Bride ends. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and we'll catch you in the next spooky tale. Stay ghostly, friends.